The natives are getting restless. Hi, guys. I'm sorry. It's 8:02. I apologize. It's going to be a really long show, so it'll be fine. All right? Hi, Andy. How are you? Dick Vickers. How we doing? You guys see me all right? I got my awesome sweatshirt on. Freaking pumped. All right. I got 2 items for show and tell this week. Very excited about that. 2. Wouldn't mind a couple of retweets or whatever. Something. With a compliment. Quote tweet maybe with a compliment. It's the last show. Now maybe give me a little run here. But I'll give everybody a minute to get in. There's Dennis. I mean, where's Charlie? The show don't really start until Charlie gets here. There's Artie. How are you? Nice to see you, Artie. All right. Do I have my show sheet? I'm just going to get started. They're not here. I don't know what to tell you. They'll be here eventually. Because once I get going, I ain't going to stop. I am not going to stop. I did a podcast last night. My friends over at the Golf Gambling Podcast. I listened back to it today. I have to tell you, it was pretty good. I made myself laugh a couple of times. I hope that I can carry that over into tonight. Thanks, Ahmed. I appreciate that. A Bishop Sycamore shirt. Yeah. Nah, this is better. This is as good as it gets. The Bratislava Athletic Department. Money well spent. All right. I don't have any shout-outs or announcements or anything. But I do have show and tell. There's Charlie. All right. All right. So let's do show and tell. All right. So the first thing we got here, my boy, this is from Slappy McJokester, who is a royal pain in my ass. I think behind the scenes might be a really nice guy. But he's kind of a jerk. But he likes me for some reason. And he also seems to think I'm a white supremacist of some kind. So he addressed this to Adolf Nagel. That's not nice. That's just not nice. And this was downstairs in the lobby. And I have a new neighbor. And she sees that. And I'm like, how do you explain that? How do you explain? You can't. Somebody thinks I'm a white supremacist. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the neighborhood. Nah. So, let's see what this is. Do not bend. Do not bend. That's that here. Hey, Mr. Jones. How are you? Great to meet you. Big fan. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Tell Matt to retweet me. Shit. I need like a cutter. I have it. Hold on. He told me to be careful with this. But for all I know, this could be like porn. Knowing him. Honestly, probably wouldn't mind at this point. All right. Let's speech. Be very delicate here. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, this is. I got more tape. Got more tape. I don't think there's a president here. Oh, you fucking asshole. You fucking asshole. What a scumbag. What a... It's Slappy McJokester, right? It's Slappy McJokester. There was so... I had this thing for a week and didn't open it. This fucking scumbag. Oh my God. Everybody got a good picture of that? All right, everybody see that? See what's going on here? That's an autographed picture of Dave Gettleman. That, I mean, props for creativity. That's funny. That is funny. Slappy McJokester. What an asshole. Oh, thanks for that. All right. You're right, Coach. Thank you for that. All right, so this is from Ireland. I always complain about overseas mailings. This is from C. McGowan. Cormac McGowan. Well, I don't know if he wants me to say his name. This is C. McSporty. C. McSporty. Over there in Ireland. Won the Listener League, I think. I can't keep track. All right. Let's see what we got here. I have an idea of what I want this to be. I don't know if it's going to actually be that, but we'll see. Open after the show. I'll open it now. Thank you very much. Waterville, 1889. Okay. See, now I'm an asshole because it's not what I thought it. Doesn't matter. This is a designed by Eddie Hackett and Tom Fazio. I got a yardage book. From Waterville Golf Links. It's blessed with a Irish. Apparently has a lot of bunny rabbits or hares on the golf course. I'm getting, this is a little bookmark about Irish hares. You see the little bunny on the top there? All right. That's a nice bookmark right there. I haven't read a book in 40 years, but that's all right. Oh, there's a note. Is there a note here? Okay, there's a quote on here. I think this is addressed to me. It's an old. It was a long season, well done until the next one. All right, and I got a logo ball from Waterville Irish Golf Links. Looks like I got a. Oh, there's money in it. What the fuck? There's money in here. Oh, maybe that's why he said open after the show. Oh, dude, you didn't have to do that. Why is he? No. This is real money. Don't do that. Don't send me money. What the hell? What are you sending me money for? Okay, so there's a whole lot of stuff going on here. I got a yardage book from this golf course with a rabbit. I got a golf ball. I got cash, apparently. I got this Irish proverb of some kind. Okay. Cormac, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm glad you like the show. I'm probably going to give that money to charity, some children's hospital or something. Because I don't need the money. I don't know what it's for, but thank you. Don't send me money. In the future, any of you people out there, do not send me money. All right. Show and tell. That was productive. Lower the volume a little bit. Alexa, lower the volume. All right. All right. Let's do the listener league. This show is going to be 2 hours. It's going to be 2 hours. So fucking buckle in. All right? Go get something to drink. Go have a smoke. Whatever you want to do. Buckle in. Because we are going long tonight. Going long. All right? All right, Matt Jones, go to quote tweet. Appreciate that. All right, let's get some action here. All right. Listener league. Crazy thing happened in the listener league. Our boy Ahmed, who won 2 weeks ago at the, what was that? The Wyndham? I should probably know this. He won at the Wyndham, and then he goes, takes a week off. Well, he didn't take a week off, but didn't win last week, and then goes not back-to-back, but 2 out of 3, which I don't think has been done before. I could be wrong about that. If you got 2 in a row, don't get mad at me. But Ahmed, that's pretty good. Now, it would take another Herculean effort for him to win the Bagel Trophy. But that is like some Billy Horschel type shit. If he comes in, wins 3 tournaments in the last 4, and takes it out, that's pretty impressive. Anyway, so he had 742.5 points. He won by 22.5. I mean, he had Patrick Cantley, who won. He had Bryson, who finished second, and Sung J M, who finished third. 1, 2, 3. That'll do it. KH Lee, T12. Scotty Scheffler, T22. Corey Connors, T22. Not bad. Congratulations to Ahmed. I haven't sent you your other ball yet. Maybe I'll do it Friday. But come Monday, I'll probably do it Friday. And I'm sending out the last guy who won too, Carter. So I'll take care of that day after tomorrow. And you get a pair of balls. Congratulations. All right. So, oh, shit. I can look it up. I don't have the list in front of me, but I'm getting it right now. Big Red, Race for the Bagel. All right, so there's 12 people that can win the bagel. Ironically enough, Slappy McJokester is number 13 on this list. So screw you, Slappy. You can't win. You can't win! So there's 12 guys in the running. Ahmed's one of them. Got Drifters United. Ryan Tompkins, but he has to win. He's the only one that has to win. No, Lindros 8810. Flyers suck, by the way. He's got to win too. Baby Daddy, T Avery 01, Marcino 75, Kai Knoll, Michael Carter 628, Stewie, Primero 0322, and my money's on this guy. Fucking Kyle Dotson in the mix. Been quiet as a church mouse for months. I don't even know if he's been playing. I'm telling you, watch out for him. Watch out for Kyle Dotson this week. I'm telling you, that guy's got a fucking knack. A knack, I tell you. So good luck to those 12 players. The person with the most points at the end of this week will get the Bagel Trophy, which we've been playing for since friggin' January. It's been a lot of fun. All right, so notable top 10s. Notable top 10s. Everybody's favorite segment. Now, Andy says that I don't do this. Ahmed got 40 points for his win. Second place, Smoking Greens, that's second place, notable top 10, 25 points. Congratulations. I don't really know that name. J2 Kane finished in third. He got 20 points. I mean, I say this every week. Tell you how many points each person got. I don't know what the hell Andy's talking about. I think he's lying to me. S. Roll, our boy Stevie Rowland. He tied for fourth with some new guy or girl. Dueling TD, I think that is. Anyway, they tied for fourth. They both got 13.5 points. Scotty No finished in sixth. He got 9 points. Pico 3 came in seventh. He got 7 points. Scotty Ida 1 finished in eighth. He got 5 points. Dub KJ, former $100,000 winner, former Listener League winner, finished in ninth. He got 3 points. And REWCB, worst DraftKings handle I've ever seen, finished at 10th. He got 1 point. So congratulations to our notable top 10s. None of these guys, I don't think, were in the top 12. But hey, better luck next year. And you can still get a ball this week. All right? You still got something to play for. It kind of annoyed me that the Listener League lost a little juice and people weren't playing it. Now, maybe it's the format. It's probably more so the format than the inability to win the Bagel Trophy. But come on, if you've been playing all year, you got to play the last week of the season. Let's take your ball and go home. Let's fucking go. What are we doing? All right. What are we doing next? Speaking of what are we doing? I don't really want to recap the Wyndham. Do I have anything of importance to say? My lineup sucked. My best player was Jason Kokrak, T15. Victor Hovland, T17. Although I had Victor Hovland in the one and done. And he won like $133,000. I finished 412th in Mayo's one and done. I won $200. I'm cleaning up tonight. All right. I finished 165th in Josh's one and done. In the carbon, I don't know what you call it. I just call it Josh's one and done. But that paid out only the top 120. So I missed that by about 45 spots. Like $500,000. Almost. So I cashed in the one and done. Didn't cash anything great. I did not have a good season, DraftKings wise, in the Cup. But yeah, my lineup was bad last week. We don't really need to talk about it. Sorry, so we're not talking about me. Do I want to say anything about the top 20 at BMW? Not really. Yeah, I got nothing. Although two guys, remember last week we talked about the $6,000 range, not range, like actual $6,000 golfers. And there were 3 of them out of the 4 that were $6,000 that finished in the top 20. Happened again. Well, 2 of them. 2 out of the 4 finished in the top 20. K.H. Lee and Hudson Swafford. That's unbelievable. $6,000. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to play Kyle Morikawa. I'm going to play Hudson Swafford. It's a fickle game. It is a fickle game. All right. Let's move on. All right, so that was a BMW. We're not really playing for anything this week. I mean, there's some good DraftKings contests. We got the Listener League. I'm doing a show. Whatever. Okay. Let's have to take a drink. All right, I'm going to get going here. So, I love this tournament. It's one of my favorites. It's up there with the match play. I love the thinking that has to go into it. Now, I don't know. I've been really thinking about this almost all day. I don't know why people are so down on this tournament. I don't know if it's because it requires extra thinking and people don't want to think. I know it's a little bit different. I don't know if it's just because it's different. I don't think it's because it's not like an integrity of the game issue, because no one gives a shit about the integrity of the game. At least not DraftKings players. So I enjoy the fact that nobody likes it. And I enjoy the fact that there's zero enthusiasm. Well, I don't enjoy it. It actually pisses me off. But I lean into it when everybody else is like, this sucks. Let's just get ready for football. I got my fantasy football draft this week and whatever. I don't understand that. Like, I love golf, and I love the fact that some of these guys are giving some other guys strokes, and everyone seems to think that it's already over and it's not possible or probable that somebody is going to come from the back of the pack to win. But all the questions that you're I know, that's not what I want to say. All the points that you want to make for why this tournament sucks, but those things happen every week. This week is no different than last week in terms of just picking a long shot. Before the tournament, it's like there's if you take a guy like a Hudson Swafford or a KH Lee, and yeah, they're 200 to 1 or whatever, and that they're 200 to 1 because the what am I trying to say here? I just don't think there's any good reason to not like this tournament. And it bothers me that you wouldn't like this tournament. Whatever the reason might be. Whatever the reason is, whether it's the format or it's the odds and there's no value and there's value everywhere. My theory is that there's a handful of you people that are freaking idiots, and every Thursday when somebody gets off to a halfway decent start, you're out there tweeting about a guy and saying, oh, what a great pick, and oh, I called this one, and oh, this guy's playing great, and live betting and all this Thursday nonsense that doesn't mean anything because it's fucking Thursday. Well, right now it's backwards because right now it's Thursday, and you have an odds board and you have a leaderboard, and you're just gonna try to pick somebody from the back of the pack to catch the people in front, and we do this every week. And it doesn't make sense that you are not into that, because you're into that every week. That's what you do. And after a Thursday round, the leader is usually like 5 to 1 or 4 to 1, depending on who it is. And that's what we have now. But you're not going to bet that guy because his odds crashed. So you got to bet somebody from the back of the board who starts strokes behind and has to catch them over the next 3 days. But now you have 4 days. And I just don't. It's fun. It's fun. I don't know why it's not fun for you. Anyway, so I have all 30 guys got their starting position. I got what they've done the last 2 years in this format. Who plays well here? I have stuff. 2 years ago, right after I had a massive car accident, totaled my car, and had a concussion for a month and a half, I fucking cleaned up this week. I had the winner, I had second place, I had fourth, and I had sixth. Or I had fifth and I had sixth. I had 4 guys in the top 6, and I cleaned up. I won the Golflandia thing, and then I won on Wiley's podcast for the first time, and I I don't know if I won the listener league that I ran that week. I may have come in second. I don't remember who I came in second to. Might have been Kyle Dawson, if I'm being serious. It was somebody I know. I know that. But I cleaned up because I love it. It's kind of like the U.S. Open. They say half the field is dead before they even start because they know it's so hard and they're already beaten before they even hit their first tee shot. Well, half the community, half the listener league, they're like, this format sucks. I'm just putting in a lineup, but who cares? It's football season. All right. Let's beat those guys. Let's take those guys' money. Let's earn it. Nope, just send it to me in the mail. All right, so let's do this. I love the Tour Championship. I'm ready to go. Here's the problem. I did this podcast last night, and I said a lot of these things already. I don't want to repeat myself in case anybody saw it. Oh, but facts are facts. I gotta stick to what I know. I think that people just don't like the fact that there's this notion that if you're 3 under or 2 under that you're too far back. Well, this year I don't think that that's too far back because I think the top is weak. I think it's a house of cards, and I think those guys could be caught, and I'm not afraid of them. I'm not afraid of them. So, and Rahm's the favorite at 6 under. Rahm is the favorite. So if Rahm's the favorite at 6, that's your leader. That's your leader. If Rahm was 10, you'd have a case. Do you understand? You'd have a case. Like, this is probably fucking over. But it's not. He's not at 10. Not yet. He's at 6. And he's the favorite. If he was at 10 under, he'd be plus 150 to win this thing with 4 rounds to go. But he's the favorite, and he's 4 shots back. What does that tell you? All right? So the lead is 6. For the purposes of this show tonight, the lead is 6. Because I'm not worried about Cantley. I'm not worried about Finau. I'm not worried about Bryson. I'm not worried about Cam Smith. Who am I missing? That's it. Rahm is the leader at 6. And if the Rahm's the leader at 6, somebody at 3 or somebody at 2, they can fucking catch him. And you can't tell me that's not possible, plausible, probable. It's right there. And all these people are just ripping up their tickets and saying, this sucks, this is over, are not thinking clearly. It's wide open. Wide open. Now, could I be wrong? Of course. I am wrong every week. Of course I can be wrong. But if I'm right, then we have a tournament. And we want to have a tournament. We don't want some guy putting 7 under on top of a 7 under and being way clear of the field and have a snooze fest. The tour doesn't want that either. It could happen. But I think Cantley's going to do that. Not worried about Finau doing it. Bryson hasn't been great here. So the lead is 6. So just stay within striking distance of Rahm, and you have a chance to win this thing. That's the whole crux of everything. All my picks, everything else. The lead is 6. If I'm right, I might have something. And if I'm wrong, it's football season. And it's not a big deal. I'm wrong all the time. So why don't we just try to be competitive here? Why don't we just try that and see what happens? All right. So Eastlake, the year I won, I had Adam Scott, I had Paul Casey. And if you look at some of the past winners here, it's Justin Thomas, it's Rory McIlroy, it's Dustin Johnson, it's fucking Tiger Woods. Well, what do those guys have in common? They're really good. They're really good. And it's just like, it's about class, this place. It's about class. It's real golf and real pedigree, and you can't fake it around here. So I kept that in mind. Her comp courses for the Memphis event, Southwind, probably just because of the same grass surfaces, the Zoysia fairways and the Bermuda grass greens, and it's kind of Florida-ishy, even though neither one of them are in Florida. And what was the other one? Well, there wasn't really another one. It's a big-time money event. I've noticed that in some of the WGCs, guys that are not super established, the mega millionaires, they're around because they're like the great players, but you see a lot of Scotty Scheffler, you saw Morikawa, you saw Hovland, guys that, yeah, they've done all right for themselves, but they might not have $100 million in the bank yet. Or 100, whatever the number is. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. They're not on a DJ, Rory, JT financial level. They're new players. They're in their first or second year. So maybe the money is more of a motivation or bigger carrot to them than it is to somebody who already has $200 million. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't be a fucking stickler. All right. All right. I need to have this page separate so I can reference it whenever I want. Okay, that's there. All right. So I already alluded to it. I'm going in stroke order, not price order. I'm going in stroke order. Now, I made a couple of changes to my lineup about 10 minutes. One of the reasons I was late because I was finagling around with my lineup. I made a couple of changes. I got the latest ownership projections. So I don't have in-depth notes. It's just about I like my team. I was a little too vanilla, so I had to change things up a little bit. But I didn't want to change things up to the point of being ridiculous. Okay? All right, so Patrick Cantley. I'm going to have something for every player. We only got 30 guys. Let's go through all 30. All right, strap in. Strap the F in. All right, let's go. Patrick Cantley starting at 10 under. He's the leader. He's coming off a win. Congratulations. Didn't play last year. And in 2019, he started second, by the way. Started second place. Nice little cozy 8 under for Patrick Cantley. Oh, how can Cantley not be competitive at 8 under? How is he not going to finish in the top 5? He's starting at 8 under. I mean, he's like 6 shots ahead of all the guys at 2. And, I mean, it's simple math. How can he possibly? I mean, he's perfect for this golf course. Yeah. T21, he finished. He went from -8 to +1. Dropped 9 shots. 9. Don't like Cantley on Bermuda. Don't like Cantley in Florida. He sucks at the players. Play Cantley in California. Play him on bent grass somewhere. Not here. Okay? So that's Cantley. So he's out. We don't have to worry about him. All right, so next, we got Tony Finau. Good old Tony. Congratulations on your win, Tony Finau. That was fantastic. I could not have been happier for you. Stare John Rahm in the eye. Just take his heart. I love it. Congratulations, Finau. You're my guy. Not worried about Tony Finau. Another guy that might not be great on Bermuda grass, might not be great in Florida. Now, do I have any statistical data to back this up? No. No, I do not. So Tony Finau could be great anywhere. If there's somebody in the top 5 that I might consider playing or be worried about, or somebody that might still be in the top 5 when this thing's over on Sunday, it's probably Finau out of those 5 guys. Last year, he started T16 and finished 17th. What did I say? Should I go places or just go by score? Last year, he started 2 under and he finished 6 under. So he shot 4 under par, 1 under each day. I don't know if that's accurate. He might have had 3 even par rounds and 1 4 under round, but he was 4 under over 4 days. So that's nothing. That's nothing to get too excited about. And in 2019, he started 3 under and finished 7 under. Look at that, 4 under. So 2 years in a row, Tony Finau going 4 under. All right, so that puts him at 12. If he does that again, he's at 12. Okay? He's at 12. Just remember that. Maybe he gets to 13 or 14. Maybe. But, what's going to win? What's the winning score going to be? Let me think about that for a second. I would say that the winning score, dude, Stevie, my new best friend, Stevie Bamford, you know what he said? He said that in the month of July, I'll say, Atlanta got a biblical was the word, amount of rain. So much so that they couldn't properly set up the golf course the way they want because the course is fucking underwater. All right? It's going to be soft. They just had a hurricane blow through there. It's going to be soft. I know it might be hard, but it's going to be soft. So don't be surprised if you see a winning score. Let's see. Rory was 18 in 2019. DJ was 21 last year. So don't be surprised if you see this around 19, 20 under. That's all I'm saying. Now, who can get there? It's a par 70, I think. I'm almost positive. That's a lot of shots, man. It's a lot of shots. Even when you're starting at 4, that's a lot to get to 20. 4 under every day, 466s. All right, so maybe it won't get to. Maybe it won't get to 20. That's extreme. That might be extreme. Rory shot 13 under par when he won. DJ shot 11. JT shot 11. Brooks shot 6 under. Xander shot 10. What did Xander shoot last year? Xander shot 15 last year. That's sweet. Xander, my guy, shot 15. Yeah, I was talking about this with Steve last night. Like, that's pretty much as low as anyone's going to go. So if Rahm shoots 15 under, yeah, we're screwed. But I don't know, man. Trying to figure that out, that's why it's fun. That's why it's fun. And maybe it won't get that high. Maybe it'll get to, let's see here. Maybe like 16. Maybe 16. That's what I'll say. So who could get to 16? You get to 16 from 3. 13 under par. That's doable. Nice and soft. I understand the argument. Might not be easy. But you know what? Like my friend Steve says, it's supposed to be hard. It's the hard that makes it great. Right? Right. All right. Who are we talking about? Finau. Cantley. Who's next? Who is next? Come on, Jeffrey. Get it together. Bryson. Bryson hasn't been great here. Last year he was I already wrote it down this way. I'm not looking for every player. Bryson went from T6 to 22nd last year, but in 2019, he went from T26 to T12. Okay. To put that in perspective, he shot 1 over par last year, and he shot even. He started, and then he shot 4 under. Is he going to feel better now? The Brooksy thing is kind of like put behind them. If it has, maybe he's just happy that it's been addressed. I'm not sure. You know, my buddy Steve said something last night. Like, there's nothing. Well, he was talking about somebody else, but there doesn't seem to be anything in this golf course that doesn't think Bryson would be able to play well here. He's been average. Well, maybe slightly below average the last 2 years. I thought I saw a quote where it said that Bryson himself said you can't really let it go here. And if he's wild off the fairway and he's playing from the rough, like this isn't a good setup for him. Plus, I don't like him. It would be no fun if Bryson went low again. He had his chance last week. It's hard to bounce back from that just a week later. Excuse me. So, screw Bryson. How about that? Jon Rahm, the leader at 6 under par. Jon Rahm. Can he get to 16 under? Yes, he can. Will he get to 16 under? Well, that's another question. Let's look at what Jon Rahm did last year. Jon Rahm last year coming in off his epic win at the BMW after he hit a 90-foot putt to beat DJ. Comes in, started in second position, 8 under par, perfect little landing spot, 2 shots back with 4 rounds to play. He's obviously in good form. He just won the BMW. Shot 9 under. He dropped to 4. He dropped to 4th. Okay, that's respectable. He stayed in the top 5. You probably expect a little bit more from the greatest player of all time, but that's what he did. He shot 9 under. The year before, comes in, he's T6, he's 4 under par. JT's 10, he's 6 shots back. He's in a stalking position. Everything's set up for him. And 4 days later, T12, 4 under par. Even for 4 days. Just didn't fire. It's really not what you expect from the greatest player of all time. So, and, you know, speaking of the greatest player of all time, been hearing a lot about how his numbers have been, how he's been. The separation of him is similar to the separation that you haven't seen since Tiger Woods and strokes gained data was started. Jon Rahm's won 1 tournament this year, right? Am I right about that? And like he's been gifted all these other tournaments. The 1 tournament he won, he did hit the ball out of bounds and got a free drop. Just saying. Went from almost assuredly at best a par, probably a bogey, and ended up birdieing the hole. I digress. But, yeah, he's playing great, and maybe he's had some, like, bad luck, like choking away the Northern Trust or being in the final group with Bryson and Cantley and just letting those guys separate themselves where he just was putting around doing nothing. And like this is like a culmination of all these months of great play. Yeah, there's an avenue in which that happens. Or there's an avenue where he just shoots 8 under, finishes at 14, finishes in the top 5, And congratulations. I'll see you at the Ryder Cup. I mean, take it a wait-and-see approach. The guy's the favorite, and he's 6 under par. That's more eye-opening than anything else. So we just got to catch him. We just have to catch him. Cam Smith does nothing for me. Driving the ball all over the place, I've heard. Well, I saw it at Liberty National too. And this is like I was talking about with Bryson. This is not a good place where you're going to be rewarded for driving inaccuracy. So we're not worried about Cam Smith. All right, so the 4s. Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, Abe Answer, Harris English, and Sam Burns. I haven't rostered anybody yet. I don't know if you noticed. So the lead 6, these guys are at 4. Got a couple of bullets here. Couple of bullets at 4 under. If we could just catch Rahm Thursday, Friday, we're in the mix. We're in the mix because you can't tell me Jon Rahm can't win this tournament. The guy is the favorite. And if he can win the tournament and you're tied with him, then you can win the tournament. That's math. That's fact. So we just got to catch Rahm. It's not horrible logic. I don't know why no one else has thought of this. He's too far back. No, he's not too far back. It's a couple shots. I'm starting with JT. 4 under par. Great, pristine record at Eastlake. He could right a lot of wrongs if he wins the FedEx Cup out of nowhere. And he's this all of a sudden this year, he's got a Players and he's got a FedEx Cup. And him and Rory are like co-princes of Ponte Vedra, where they just win FedEx Cups and Players Championships and everything the tour is about. And biblical amounts of rain and JT, nice and soft. It's a good fit. Now, and obviously, it's always like a putter thing with him lately. I can't worry about that nonsense. Let's just play golf. Make some putts. Will he make them? We don't know. But he's got a great record here. And I'm riding with him. Starting my lineup with JT. He was okay. He's been okay. He's been percolating. I don't have his – maybe I should look that up. I'll look that up. Just so I have it for reference. We got time. He was 4th at the Northern Trust. He was 22nd last week. Closed 69-66 on the weekend. For making that comp course, the TPC Memphis, JT won there last year. I don't need to make a case for Justin Thomas. I like him. So he's in my lineup. My next bullet is going to be Harris English, who should have won the Memphis tournament. He's won at Memphis before. He had an unbelievable round, the first round. Didn't he what did he shoot? Oh, yeah. So I have this year. Don't have reference. Went out and shot a 62 in the first round, ended up finishing 4th there. He's back on Bermuda grass greens. I'm pretty sure they have Bermuda grass greens in Hawaii where he won. And the Travelers says some like Poa mix, so that don't count. But Harris English's ownership was something that jumped out at me. He's less than 20% owned. Ownership is freaking wacky this week. You got 30% guys, 35% guys, 32. But owners muddled. There's only 30 players. So low ownership is anything less than 20, basically. Harris English coming in at like 16% owned. And he's 4 under. Doesn't make sense. I like Harris. I never play Harris English. Normally because Harris English is 20-some% owned, and he's freaking Harris English. But he's had I don't think he's contending to win, but he contended at the WGC. He contended at a U.S. Open. He contended at 2 U.S. Opens. Because he contended at Wingfoot, too, and Torrey. This is like an ownership thing. This is 2 shots back at a lead. This is Harris English going low, Bermuda grass. This is a hunch. This is a gut play. I didn't have him in I did the podcast yesterday. I didn't even freaking mention him. I pivoted off of, we'll get to that. I'm going to play Harris English. It's a hunch. I am not playing Jordan Spieth. Same thing with the accuracy off the tee and Cam Smith and Bryson. Even though Spieth's won here, from what I'm hearing, Spieth's struggling in that department, and this is not a good place for that. I could be wrong. He's Jordan Spieth. You want to go sneaky low ownership, play a super elite player that nobody's playing? You want to take a camp chance on Jordan Spieth, who's lower owned than Harris English? Go ahead. But I'm not. I think Harris English will finish higher than Jordan Spieth. And I have basically the same ownership advantage. They're in the same bucket. Who else is 4 under? Abe Answer. Biblical amounts of rain. This is a long course for a par 70. I'm wrong about Abe Answer all the time. I said he could have competed PGA National. Is that not PGA National? At the Ocean course in the PGA Championship. I said he could have competed at Quail Hollow. I think he top 10 both of those. But some of those were probably a little bit more firm and faster. And this is not. He's a threat to contend because he's Abe Answer, and he just won at the WGC in Memphis. I'm copping the shit out of that course. Be remiss if I didn't mention Abe Answer. So I'm mentioning Abe Answer. He's a threat. I didn't play him. 28-1 in that range, 4 under par, 2 shots back. You could make a case for him. But if it's long and soft and he's not getting a rollout, I don't know. Don't really trust that. Low owned, too, by the way. Sam Burns. Started doing research Monday night. Saw Sam Burns a 4 under. Saw that he never played here before. For whatever reason, thought maybe that would give me some type of ownership edge because of the course history truthers. Nah. Secret. It's not a secret. Sam Burns is playing really well. Sam Burns hits it far. Sam Burns plays well on Bermuda grass greens. They call him Bermuda Burns for a reason. And he was in the playoff with Abe Answer, right? In Memphis. I mean, I was doing my research, and I said he's 40-1. He's 2 shots back. I texted my brother. I said, buddy, you're sending me money. We're betting on Sam Burns. You're not allowed to say no. You're doing it. My brother hasn't bet on golf in a while. And, well, not with me anyway. He's playing Sam Burns this week. We are. I talked to my friend Dave Ranabuya and Charlie about it. And I talked to my friend Andy Lack about it. And they're all like down on Sam Burns. So what did I do? I went ahead and I made another bet on Sam Burns this afternoon while I was delivering mail. I love Sam Burns this week. Probably too much. Probably too much to the point that, okay, he probably won't win. But then I have detractors, which makes me very happy. I love a detractor. I love he's too far back. I know, 2 shots is a lot of ground to make up over 72 holes. It's hard to make up 2 hole shots. So I heard that. I said, I'm betting him again. Out of spite. Which is probably not the best reason to bet somebody. But we did it anyway. I freaking love this sweatshirt. Look at that. Right there. All right. So I bet Sam Burns. So I gives me 3 bullets at 4 under. I got JT, got Harris English, and I got Sam Burns. That's where I started my lineup. Maybe that differentiates myself from all the people that love Rahm and all the people that love Justin. I have Justin Thomas. Well, honestly, in terms of ownership, nobody's really high owned in the top 5. So maybe people are coming around to my thinking. They think Rahm's a lock. He's the greatest golfer of all time. He's going to run away with this. This tournament's going to be over on Friday, and it's going to be football season. Or he goes out and shoots 1 or 2 pedestrian rounds. Somebody behind him goes low, and we have ourselves a golf tournament. I'm hoping for option B. Kicking your ass and collecting $200. All right? All right. The threes. Let's talk about the threes. What time is it? It don't matter. You know what? Turn the clocks off. Strap in. We're only at the threes. Last show of the season, folks. Can't hold anything back. I got to upgrade. All right. Dustin Johnson is 3 under par. He's 3 shots back. He's 20-1, 25-1, depending on where you get him. 22. He's 20% owned, which is really not that high in comparison to some of the other guys. His name's Dustin Johnson. He likes it here. I know he had that one year where he plummeted and ended up finishing dead last, tied with like Lucas Glover or something. But then he came back and he won it the last year. He shot 11 under here last year. It helped that he had a 10. He started at 10, finished 21. Congratulations. That can happen. The question is it more likely to happen for the guy in first to go wire to wire? Or is it more likely that he doesn't go wire to wire? And I just think it's more likely he doesn't go wire to wire. Whoever it is in the lead. My opinion. I keep banging that drum. You don't care, fine. Your problem. Yeah, 2019 went from T11 to T29. He missed a cut at the Northern Trust. It was a lot better last week. You have a nice, long, wet golf course that he's had great finishes on. He's Dustin Johnson. Back-to-back FedEx Cups. Does that mean anything to him? Probably not. I don't even know if a green jacket means anything to him. So, I'm not playing Dustin Johnson in my DraftKings lineup. I did bet him. Not a lot. Bet enough to make it like, oh, well, I got a Dustin Johnson ticket. I wouldn't mind if he won here. I'm just afraid. I'm just afraid of him because he's only 3 shots back. And he's Dustin Johnson. I don't know how many more times I can say it. So that's my DJ take. I bet him to win, but he's not on my DraftKings lineup. So I played Justin Thomas instead. And I'm not going to play JT and DJ. Because well, we'll get to it. So, who else is 3 under? Oh, this is the walking wounded unit. You got Louis Oosthuizen, got Kyle Morikawa. Now, I remember a couple of years ago, the Tour Championship, before they even had this format, 30 players, I played Jason Day. I never played Jason Day. Probably because of this incident. Played Jason Day at the Tour Championship. There's only 30 players. At work on Thursday, and I get the alert. I'm checking the leaderboard, and I get the alert. Jason Day withdrew after 6 holes. or whatever it was, 5 holes, 4 holes. And my week was over. The only thing that could kill you in a 30-man field is a wood draw. And you got the walking wounded with Louis Oosthuizen and Colin Morikawa. It's risky, man. I know we're gambling, but that's reckless. That is reckless. If you want to bet them outright, go ahead. All right? They're 3 under. They're 3 shots back. If Colin Morikawa is healthy, this golf course is tailor-made for him. That's a big if, though. You get Morikawa like 35-1 in that area. Want to bet on the win? In case he's healthy, fine. But I would not roster him in DraftKings. It's too much of a risk for me. Same thing with Louis. Just can't trust him. Can't trust him. The last guy at 3 under is Sungjae Im. He was in my lineup. I took him out. And I had so much money left on the table from the other change I made that I went from Sungjae to Harris English. Everybody's playing Sungjae Im. He's almost 30% owned. He's back on Bermuda. He lives in Atlanta now. But he played the Olympics and he hasn't missed a tournament since. He's playing in Tokyo and he's playing WGC and he's playing Wyndham and he's playing in New York and then he's playing everywhere. And now he's home. He's been playing for 6 weeks. I understand the narrative. It's too obvious. Golf is hard. And I'm fading Sungjae because everybody else is fading him or playing him, and I'm going to play Harris English instead. Harris English is 15% owned and Sungjae Im's 30. Now, Harris English is $1,400 more, but you have flexibility because of the pricing. You have flexibility. Because Harris English is 4 under, Sungjae's 3 under. He's giving me a shot. I think Harris English is going to finish higher. And just because it's like pure ownership play. I played Sungjae at this tournament in the past. And he's been okay. He's been Sungjae. What has he done? He went from T6 to 11th last year and T21st to T19. Kind of hovering. Just hovering. So maybe he doesn't fire. Maybe he does Sungjae things. We'll find out. But at 30%, I'm not willing to risk it. I'm not willing to find out. I'm just going to go with Harris English. All right? So that's the threes. All right? We talked about the threes. Louis, Sungjae, DJ, Morikawa. Oh, Hovland. I didn't mention Hovland. Hovland like coming in around 22% owned. I got all these ownerships from FanShare, by the way. Promo code BAGEL20. If you play fantasy football, I don't play fantasy football, but if you do and ownership matters, or you play football on DraftKings or whatever, I think they have football stuff. I know they do. I don't know if my promo code will work. I didn't ask. I'm assuming it would. But you get yourself a little discount. If you need ownership numbers for football. I don't know. All right. Bagel 20. It's me. Uh-oh. Oh, that sucks. Oh, my God. Sorry, I just got a text. Fuck. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, she's gonna have a fucking meltdown. Okay. I'm not going to say anything. It's fine. Nobody's hurt. Property damage. Just leave it at that. Somebody I know has property damage. They're not going to like it. Wow. Fuck. All right. Sorry. I apologize to the audience. Let's talk about the twos. We have Rory Xander Brooks, Kokrak, and Na. Not going to play Kevin Na. That's an easy fade. Nobody's playing Kevin Na. He's 10% owned. I like Na on bent grass and on shorter golf courses, and not here. That is not a stretch to fade Kevin Na on this golf course, especially if it's going to be long and wet. It's not a good fit for him. Little bunter out there. Who else is two? Kokrak. I thought about Kokrak. Get an ownership advantage of Kokrak at 12% owned. He's 2 under. He's only 4 back. And he was good last week. He started off terrible. I had him in my lineup. I had him with let's see if I can pull this up here. I had him in my lineup. I like Kokrak on bent grass greens and all that stuff. Opening round 73. Total birdie fest. Kokrak opens with a 73. But after that, he got his shit together. 68, 65, 66. That's pretty good. But then I thought about it, and I decided that let's just keep Kokrak as a bent grass specialist. Let's not elevate him to a level that he's not comfortable with. Because he wasn't great at the WGC in Memphis. He wasn't great at Wyndham. And then he started turning it around. So I just think there's something to that. So I was saying I think I'd do better than Kokrak. That's how I ended up with English. Part of that thing. Because then I dipped down. It's a whole thing. But I had him, and I got out of it. So no Na, no Kokrak. Brooksy. I can't give you a fair take on Brooks Koepka. I really can't. He's mercurial, man. He's got this match. He's getting married. There's a lot of wedding planning going on. He's 2 back. Now, if anybody can look at the leaderboard and look at the field and do math and eliminate half the field just for ridiculous reasons like I do, it is Brooksy. He can look at this and say, yeah, you know what? Rob's a favorite. He's 6. I'm only 2. I got 4 days to make a 4 shots. That's done. I can do that. There's a world in which that scenario exists where he thinks that. But there's also a scenario where it's like, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? I'm collecting my money. I'm going to get married. I got the Ryder Cup in 2 weeks. I want this freaking golf season to end. I don't really care about anything until Augusta. My knee hurts. I have to go to the bathroom. I don't know. It's 22% owned. It's not outrageous. It's 50-1. It's 50-1. I don't know if that might be worth something. 50-1. You want to do that? I don't know about him at DraftKings though. But he fits the golf course. What has he done here in this format? He went from. He didn't play last year. Never he got hurt. He was hurt at the PGA. And in 2019, he started 3rd. He ended up finishing T3. Let's dive into that real fast. 2019, he started at 7 under, finished at 13. So just kind of hovered. Rory kicked his ass. So that Rory kicked his ass, and I think that was right after he won Memphis. If I have that right. Does that sound right? That sounds right. So I will not be playing Brooks in DraftKings. I'm not against it though. Rory McIlroy. Somebody got in my ass because I said that Rory said that he was out of gas. Now, I'm just the messenger, man. He said that. He said he's kind of tired and it's been a long year and I'm struggling to, and yes, I understand he went out and he played very well on a very easy golf course. That was a Fazio, Quail Hollow type golf course, and it was basically a par 66, and he went out and shot 66 every day. I understand. But now it's another week. Now it's a trip from Baltimore down to Atlanta. And you still got the Ryder Cup in 2 weeks. And you gotta conserve some energy for the Ryder Cup. And it's just, I know he likes it here. Maybe his motivation, he was outside the top 30. Almost positive. Or he was maybe 28th. He was in jeopardy of falling out of the top 30 going into last week. And maybe he just wanted to get here and he got here. And now it's like, okay, I got here. That's great. Mission accomplished. Didn't want to not make Eastlake. And I'm here now. But I have the Ryder Cup in 2 weeks and my team needs me. It's Rory McIlroy, man. It could go either way. He can play well, and you'll be like, oh, well, Rory loves Eastlake. Or he could do nothing, and you'll be like, oh, well, he did say he was kind of tired. Does have the Ryder Cup in 2 weeks. It could go either way. Pick your own losers. Okay? Not that hard. I'm not playing Rory. Because he told me that is like freaking exhausted, man. It's a lot of golf. He played the Olympics, played the Open Championship. He's on his third continent. That's a lot, man. He's got like a 1-2-year-old baby. That's a lot. It's a lot. But yeah, from a golf standpoint, yeah, it makes sense. He's Rory freaking McIlroy. But I'm not doing it. And he's 30% owned. Everyone's playing Rory. A bunch of idiots. All due respect. All due respect. But that's dumb. That's dumb. All right. Who's left? Xander Schauffele. My guy. You'll be happy to know I sent a little pep talk message to a new friend of the program, Austin Kaiser. Laid out the groundwork, the strategy that we should employ this week. Let him know we're watching. We're rooting for him. We're not stressed. We don't think that we're 8 shots back. No, is it 8? It's 8. We're not concerned about being 8 shots, but we're not 8 shots back. All right? We're 4 shots back. And this is one of our favorite golf courses, one of our favorite properties on tour. And we can make up 4 shots in 4 days. I'm very confident in that. There is I know I'm a Xander homer, and I'm biased, and we're friends for life, and yes, I know all that's true. But you are a fool. You are a fool if you do not play Xander at this golf course. So he's like 25% owned. That's right in between okay and ridiculous ownership. It's like right in the middle. He loves it here. And 4 shots back. Right now, all right, so what is he? He's at 2. So right now he's T16. There is no way in the world he's not finishing in the top 7 of this tournament. And just from a DraftKings positional finishing position point standpoint, if you're playing rostering 6 guys, you want 6 guys that are finishing the top 10. When this thing's said and done with, that's what you want. You want 6 guys that are going to finish in the top 10. So how can you get in the top 10? Well, you got to score. You got to play well here. And if you do that, you'll matriculate your way up the leaderboard. All right? 1 day at a time, 1 shot at a time, 1 set of 9s at a time. It's fine. It's 4 shots over 4 days. Because if you're so confident Jon Rahm's going to finish in the top 10, if you catch him, you will also be in the top 10. And if Rahm finishes at the top of the leaderboard and you tie him, you will be at the top of the leaderboard. All right? So, I am obviously going to roster Xander. He loves it here. I wish he was closer. Yes, I'm not an idiot. But I'm actually getting like a little value knowing that he's behind, and everybody seems to think that he's too far back. He's not too far back. He's not. And he hasn't been playing great. He's coming off 2 golf courses where he had bent grass greens, and that's usually where he flourishes. And normally he hasn't been great in Memphis. Not really a Bermuda guy. Hasn't really played well in Florida. But he plays great here for whatever reason. It's probably because you need to have a solid all-around game here. And Xander has a solid all-around game. He's not a one-trick pony. So, of course I'm playing Xander Schauffele. It's the season finale. I'm not doing another golf show like this until freaking January. Yeah, I'm playing Xander. So those are the 2s. All right. The 1s. You got Scotty Scheffler, Hideki, Corey Connors, Joaquin Niemann, and Stuart Sink. We're obviously not playing Stuart Sink. I only like Joaquin Niemann on bent grass greens, so he's out. Corey Connors. I don't think Corey Connors is going to make enough putts. I always say that. It's kind of boring. These greens are very undulated. I don't love it. I don't trust Corey Connors to get up and down if he misses a green. And I just don't love it. I don't know there's no other explanation. Could try to make a case for Corey Connors, but at the end of the day, I get stuck. He's just not going to do enough for me. Hideki. I think my brother likes Hideki. This week, that's a choice you really have to make, Hideki or Scheffler. I went Scheffler. Scotty hasn't been great the last couple of weeks. I thought that might put people off his radar a little bit. Not really. He's been great in these events, these WGCs and in majors and big money. And he hasn't won, but he likes to cash a big check. He cashed a big check here last year. Right. Last year he went from, where is he? He started T16. What's that? He started at 2 under last year and got to 5th place. Can't be done. Can't be done. Too far back. All right, so now he's starting at 1 under. And if he can get himself in the top 10, that's what you're looking for. I think he might pop because he hasn't really popped in a while. I think somebody said that it's been his putter. Okay, let's fix that, Scotty Scheffler. Love Scotty Scheffler. Maybe you could get a push for the Ryder Cup motivation with Scotty. I don't know. I just think Scotty Scheffler is going to cash a big check. Hideki's played like 6 weeks in a row since the Olympics, just like Sung Jae Im. A little worried about that. And the same thing with putting with Hideki. Bermuda. But Hideki's such a freaking anomaly. Because I can promise you can find a Bermuda grass or a POA or a bent. You can find any surface and you find Hideki shooting 7 under par on any given round. Because if you're not going to hit the 3 feet, you're going to make most of them. Even Hideki. So I don't hate that play. I'm just playing Scotty Scheffler instead. All right. The evens. So far I have Xander, Harris English, Sam Burns, Justin Thomas, and Scotty Scheffler. We got 1 guy left. The evens. Daniel Berger, Sergio Garcia, Billy Horschel, EVR, Patrick Reed. Talked about the WD threats. Patrick Reed, the walking wounded. Not going to get. I'm not playing Patrick Reed. I don't think I need to explain any further why I'm fading Patrick Reed. EVR? Come on. Yeah, EVR. Are you kidding? Last year, I will say this. Last year at the BMW, Mackenzie Hughes had to get up and down to make East Lake. And he did. And my take the following week was like, Mackenzie Hughes, he made it here. He got in all the majors next year. He got in the WGCs. Like, his work is done. It's party now. He's not gonna contend. And Mackenzie Hughes, who started even par, ended up 14th place. Shot 8 under. It was a good rise up the leaderboard. Finished 3 shots out of the top 10. But he was the only one that was even par last year that made any type of run. And that included Victor Hovland, by the way, who only got the 4. Mackenzie Hughes beat him by 4. So there is a case where like EVR is just riding hot form and he's low owned. And if you want to, oh, actually he's not low owned. Huh. Well, that's stupid. That's stupid. He's 22% owned. No, I do not bless that play. Berger's the highest owned. He's a 30% guy. I heard a stat. Some of these stats are such bullshit that Berger's like the best iron player now. Number 1 in strokes gained approach. Whatever metric you pull out. Get the F out of here. Get out of here with that. Give me a break. You got one iron shot for your life. Who are you giving that iron to? You're giving it to Colin Morikawa or you're giving it to friggin' Daniel Berger? That or anybody. There's like 50 guys I'd rather have hit an iron shot than Daniel Berger. That's ridiculous. I don't give a shit what your numbers say. If you're playing Daniel Berger because you think all of a sudden he's some miraculously awesome iron player, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Now, if you want to say it's a comp course to Memphis and Daniel Berger is great at Memphis, fair. That is fair. It's half of one, 6 of a dozen of the other, wherever the fuck that thing is. I understand. However you get on Daniel Berger, fine. One reason might be as an idiot and one might be fair. You get to him. But he's 32% owned. He's high owned. He better perform. He better beat Sergio. He better beat Billy Horschel or you're screwed. And he hasn't been great here. I don't even think he has one top 15 finish at this golf course. You know why? Because he's not that elite of an iron player. Last year he started T6, and this was a healthy Daniel Berger. This is after he won Colonial and everything else. He started 4 under last year, finished 7 under. Went from 6th to 15th. It's at 3 under par. Congratulations. Now we're going to say he's better than generational iron players. Give me a fucking break. You freaking stat nerds. Get a clue. Get some freaking perspective. Impregnate your wife and get some perspective. All right? Doesn't have to be your wife. Just impregnate somebody. All right? All right. What was I talking about? All right, Berger. So, no, we're fading Berger. That is ridiculous ownership. I almost was going to play Billy Horschel. I thought, you know what? I'm going to get a little sneaky here. I'm going to play Billy Horschel. No one's going to play Billy Horschel. Billy Horschel sucks. I'm smart. Turns out, that wasn't a lot of people had that thought. Not an excessive amount of people, but enough people that Billy Horschel's higher owned than Sergio. Now they're only $300 apart. So I mean, it can't really be a price thing. But you got Billy Horschel back on Bermuda. He was okay in Memphis, and yeah, I get that argument. I was going to make that argument. But I can get Sergio at less ownership. And Sergio's playing better. He's in better form. He hasn't played here the last couple of years, but he's got a good record at Eastlake. Listen, if Paul Casey can top 10 here and Adam Scott can top 10 here, fucking Sergio Garcia and Paul Casey and who am I thinking of? Casey, Scott, Justin Rose. Those types of guys. If those guys can top 5 here or win here, Sergio, this is a Sergio golf course. You can say whatever you want. It's a Sergio golf course. That's what I'm going to say. Hold on. I'm trying to pull up my thing. He was very popular at the Northern Trust after he finished 26th in the WGC. He became a very popular choice at the Northern Trust, and he went out in the first round and he shot 75. That's what happens. Ended up missing the cut there. Came back on Friday with a 68. He tried, but ended up missing the cut. Then comes back and finishes 6th last week. His round, 65, 67, 67, 69. I know it was an easy golf course. That's not the point. Ever since that opening round 75, he's got 4 rounds, sub 70, 68, 65, 67, 67, 69. It's Ryder Cup time. I mean, and I'm getting an ownership edge. That's the thing. I hate Sergio Garcia. I don't want to play him, but I have to. I almost have to. You're forcing me to. I wanted to play Billy Horschel. Thought I was going to be so smart. You're like, no, you shouldn't play Billy Horschel. You should play Sergio. Because we're not going to play Sergio because he sucks. Okay. I mean, you need a 9 under for your life. You need a 9 under par tournament for your life. You want Billy Horschel or you want Sergio Garcia 2 weeks before the Ryder Cup. Give me a fucking break. I mean, come on! What are you doing? What are you doing? So that's the team. That's the team. I'm taking 3 bullets at 4 under. With JT, Harris English, and Sam Burns. I bet DJ outright. I bet Sam Burns outright twice. I bet Xander outright. Those are my only outrights. If I had to pick somebody to win, I think Justin Thomas is going to win. I do. And, but I don't like it enough to bet on Justin Thomas. I just have him in my DraftKings team. Normally, like, I'm all in, but I got no one and done this week, so whatever. I'll make a ton of money if Burns wins. I want Xander to win, obviously. I have JT. I like DJ. It's a mixed bag. We don't know what's going to happen. That's what makes it great. So I'm just going to go, JT, English, Burns, Scotty Scheffler, bounce back, get himself in the top 10. Sergio, surging late. And Xander. That is basically his home course. What could possibly go wrong? All right? So that's it. That's everybody in the field. How can you not love this tournament? The fact that there's only 30 guys is better than the fact there's not 110. Because if I have 110, any one of them could beat you. It's pro golf. But if there's 30, there's only 29 other guys that can beat you. So your odds are increased that you can win. And you're still getting the same odds from the books. I don't know how you don't see the value. All right. I have not seen a comment in an hour and 20 minutes. All right? The last thing I see here is I agree 100% with Nagel's take. Nagel's fuzzy math. No, you idiot. You're an idiot. When I reference idiots on this show, I'm talking about you. It's not fuzzy math. It's simple math. Jon Rahm's the favorite. He's 6 under. If you catch him, then you're tied with the favorite. Apparently, he's the greatest golfer of all time. That's your target. All right, I have a small family crisis. I don't really know if I can offer much, but I should answer that. I'm going to do new comments. If anybody has any questions, I talked about everybody. This tournament starts in like less than 12 hours. I want to get the replay up so then people can go through it and figure out whatever. Retweet, like, whatever. All right, I'm going to hit new comments. You let me know what you think. How was the show? Good show tonight? I'm finally going to line up except Harris. Is there no show? No, there's no show until January. 14 hours. Sweatshirt story. All right. Bratislava. The SGS. That's a shotgun start. That's my favorite golf podcast. That's Brendan Porath and Andy Johnson. Rory Sabatini is the boy from Bratislava because he's from Slovakia. And they put these up for sale in their pro shop, and I bought one. That's the sorts of. All right. Charlie, I'm glad you're fine with my lineup. I'm glad I have your blessing. But as you know, I'm trying to beat you. And I think Harris English is a really good play. Barry, there's no golf between now and then. The one and done starts in January. Golf season starts in January. Maybe you didn't know that. But I'm not doing shows during football season. When I'm not covering the Safeway and the Shriners, and I might bet them. And I'm probably going to set up a small listener league. No trophy balls. But I'm not doing shows every week. No, man. It's the off season. Be back in January. One and done. Gup Cup. That's the spirit of the show. I might do some other golf adjacent shows. I might do some interviews. I might do some other stuff. Expand. But I have to figure out how to do that. All right? Fine, Charlie. Your picks are gross too, my friend. All right. Charlie, you want me to interview you? What the hell are we going to talk about? Charlie, you make it out to the Corn Ferry Tour. I'll interview you. All right? All right. Ron versus Sanders singles match in the Ryder Cup. Love it or not. I'm here for that. Check my, what do you call it? Like your pinned tweet on your profile. Yeah, I'm not backing down. I'm ready for it. Ownership on Reed, like 10%. He's the lowest own. Good, Charlie. Keep grinding, baby. Ownership on Reed, he's like 10%. It's like the lowest owned guy in the field. Him and Kevin Na. And Kokrak's ownership is stupid low. Stupid. All right, anybody else? Anybody else? I've been talking for an hour and a half. I'm wearing a sweatshirt. It's hot. I need to cool down a little bit. All right, anybody got anything? Anybody want to say goodbye? Anybody want to say thank you? Anybody want to say something nice? Appreciate everything. You've been doing shows every week for like a year. Anybody? Anybody want to say anything? No, of course not. You guys are a bunch of scumbags. I hope you know that. All right? I know you are, Charlie. I appreciate you very, very much. CJ, I don't know what that is. Is that a grasshopper? I don't even know what that means. that an ant? All right. Nobody's got anything to say. All right, fine. That's fine. Thank you, Gio. I appreciate that. Oh, crickets. Thank you. Sometimes it takes me a minute. All right. I can barely see the freaking emoji. That makes a lot of sense. Yes, crickets. It was only one cricket. You should do multiple crickets. If it's supposed to be crickets, put crickets, not one cricket. All right? It's a small screen. All right. I'm going to go. Thank you so much for indulging, being part of it. Guys who stayed up late over in Europe, I appreciate that. Guys that wake up early and watch in Europe, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the fall. You'll see me. I'll be around. I'm going to do some stuff. I'm telling you, I'm going to do some stuff. Just don't know what it's going to be. All right? But golf-wise, DFS, DraftKings, these types of shows, they come back. Tournament of Champions. Tournament of Champions. All right? Yeah, okay, CJ. We'll see. We'll revisit that at the Tournament of Champions shows in January. The state of the NFC East. CJ, I could raffle off this Gettleman picture. I sure as shit don't want it. It's very funny. But I could give that away. If anybody. I know I gotta come up with a good idea. I gotta come up with a clever idea for this Gettleman thing. All right. I'm gonna go. Thank you so much. If you could say something nice about me, not to me, but to like Twitter people, that might be helpful. But it don't matter. We don't have a show till January, so who gives a shit? Right? Right. Okay. I'm gonna go. Best of luck this week. If you're in the running for the race for the Bagel Trophy, good luck. All right, and I'll see you guys soon. We'll say soon. I don't know when, but soon. All right? All right. Screw you, CJ. Let's get one more of those in before we go. All right, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Been in 3 years. Been a good 3 years. All right, I'll see you for year 4. All right, have a good night. Bye-bye.